What's up, guys? We're back live again, and today we're going to talk about credit score and why credit score I think is really important to have. Of course, for it'll help you in the long run, whether you're buying a house or you're buying, looking at just something that will require like a soft inquiry or a hard inquiry, like a car purchase and things of that nature. And it's really important to have and build on from an early age. For example, now just a little backstory. Back when I was younger, I wasn't financially aware of anything whatsoever. Like one of the first pieces of advice I got from my dad was not to use my student loans, and I wish that I had listened. Instead, I was foolish. I didn't yet know how to have a budget and things of that nature. This is back when I was like 19, 18. So, the most that I had was like, a debit card with the credit union, and we're going to get into that later. But as for now, like, just a little bit of a backstory as to like what I know and how I got my credit score up to a pretty solid standing was that after I had left college, I was about 19, and it was just a dark period in my life. So I wasn't really paying attention to anything else aside from what I needed at that time. Now things changed, and eventually I had wanted to open up my own account, and I went to Chase. Now, a few years back, they had discontinued the card they had discontinued the card. And the card that they had discontinued was the one that they had given me. And because I couldn't open up a Chase account, and that was because of my credit score. So, I opened up a Chase Liquid, and you know how that goes, Anyway, the card, was, I think, I don't know, it was used, it was taken advantage of somehow, some way, I don't know how, but they, again, canceled it. Anyway, now back to the subject. Now, I'm gonna keep this brief. So, what I did was this. Look, you had to be patient. In order for you to build up your credit score, you had to be patient. It can't happen overnight, because again, it's a credit history. That's what they want to see. And again, like I was like 18, 19 when this happened, and it took me about like, I think a year and a half or 2 years to get it up to 740. So I was at a place where I couldn't even open up an account, and I got it to 740. Now, how did I do that? Well, one of the things that I did was I read up on how to improve my credit score. So this happened through like going through Reddit. I remember just reading up on like, I think like some other websites you can just find on Google. Like Wallet Nerd, I believe, is one. But anyway, you just want to be able to read up. You want to check your credit score, Credit Karma. That's the one that I usually use. You want to get familiar with TransUnion and things of that nature. Yeah, I was about to say your FICO scored, but yeah, TransUnion is one, and I know there's a bunch of other ones. And you want to be familiar with the factors affecting your credit score. For example, like your credit history is a big one, hard and soft inquiries, your credit card utilization. Usually you want to keep it below 30%, no more than 30%. So let's say you have $1,000. What's 30% of that? It's going to be $300. That's just an example. You could do the math, 10,000, 3,000, So you work with it. But again, you just want to make sure that you use it for smart purchases. There are some cards that will give you some rewards and things of that nature, but that's a totally different video, And again, like we're going to the factors, so like your accounts open and close, your payment history, derogatory remarks, and things of that nature. Now we're gonna get into like how I build up my credit score. So how did I do it? That's what I did, because I had an account with the credit union. For example, in my area, there's Unify. I know like in San Diego, the San Diego Credit Union and so forth. I would suggest doing your research with them and open an account with them. And the reason you want to open up an account is because you can get a secure credit card. A secure credit card is essentially like a loan. You're taking a loan from yourself. So because it's a secure credit card, you're borrowing money that you have. So for example, like you can open up a credit card, a secure credit card for, let's say, $500 minimum, and that's all you need. You just need the minimum, or whatever you need to make sure you can build up your credit. So you want to open that up and use that to your advantage. When I first opened that up, like I don't remember exact same numbers, but let's say I jumped up, like I at least jumped up like 70 points in just that one move, and that's massive. Okay, so you want to be able to do that. And then once you're done with that, you want to make sure, again, you want to keep it below 30% credit card utilization. And this takes time. It's all patience, you know? So you want to make sure you're playing the long-term game. All right, so we did that. Once I did that, then it wasn't until later that I had found out that there's actually a loan in order for you to, for that will help you build your credit score, their credit rebuilder loans. And I was able to do this through my credit union. So they have a minimum for my credit union. I just called them recently, like the lowest, like you had the lowest loan you could take out is 200, and you gotta do $1,000 is the maximum. Now it's a whole process. You gotta go through it. You know, you gotta send them your pay stubs, W-2. They want to make sure you have a steady income going in and out, and you know, and once you're approved, they gave you the money, and now you just have another debt you guys just gotta pay over time, and it's really not that difficult. So I mean, when I was talking to someone on the phone, they said, yeah, you know, like if you do this credit rebuilder loan and you do another one, then you'll be in the 800, you know, easily. So you know, that was just my tactic. Again, like one thing that you had to keep and like, okay, just to give you a little background of my history during that time, I'm pretty sure like I had gotten several hard inquiries because at that time I was looking for a car, so I was going for the dealerships, you know, and they're gonna run your credit, they're gonna run your credit. Now, because of that, your credit score is gonna take a hit, you know, but it does fade away over years, you know, so. Like it's the thing. It was about 2 years, so you want to give that time, and your credit score should recover from then. There are soft inquiries as well. I'm not too familiar with them, but from what I heard is that they only last for about 2 to 3 months, and then they're gone. Things of that nature. Again, if you want to dispute with someone, I do it usually through, I believe, Credit Karma. I believe they have a link that will help you again challenge anything that's on your credit score, and I've done it as well, you know. You just want to make sure you're on point in terms of your payment history and things of that nature. Again, like because I had missed loans with my Navion, which caused my credit score to plummet. I actually sent a letter, I think, to the credit, not the credit unions, but you know, like TransUnion and things of that nature. I forgot the other one. Anyway, yeah, so you want to make sure you're doing that. So, okay, you want to be able to challenge as well, okay? So make sure you're doing that. If you have hospital bills, you want to make sure you're getting out of debt. And if you don't necessarily have the means to pay for that, you can actually write them a letter, telling them your financial situation, and hopefully they're able to cover the debt for you. There are people who do that, okay? And, you know, just a blessing in itself. So you're able to do that. So, okay, anyway, just make sure, look, when you get the credit rebuilder loan, just pay that off. They're going to give you the money, and it might be tempting. I don't know. You have to know yourself and your spending habit to say, okay, look, I'm not going to touch this. You don't touch it. And then from there, you have the money. It's already there for you just pay back. And then that's easy. It's really that easy. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Again, like I was young. My credit history was, again, young. So like the sooner you can get into the good habit of it, the better it is for you in the long run, because it's going to help you making purchases, for example, a car. And I'll give you guys maybe some advice on like car shopping as well. I've done it all, from like I've gone from Craigslist to like dealership and trying to find everything you can, you know, on comparing, contrasting car gurus, you know, like looking at shady like dealers. You don't want to go there, you know. You want to go to like, you know, an actual official dealership. That's my suggestion, but that's another time. That's another topic for another time. All right, guys. So I wanted to make this quick video real quick just to help you guys out, make some quick game, you know, things of that nature. All right, peace.